Hello, my name is Jim Lee, and I'm so glad that you're joining me today. Just recently, I had the opportunity to speak at the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living, and the talk title was Say Yes to the Yes. And I like this. I want to incorporate some of that today. Just feel into that. Say yes to the yes. It has such a positive, uplifting feel to it. And it was in the 1980s. It was this book by John Nesbitt. It was called Megatrends, in which he was taking a look at the future, and it was really positive. He took a look at the trends and the technology and everything that was going on that was leaving the industrial age and going into the information age where we are now. And so a lot of his things came true, but it was from a very affirmative point of view. It was a positive future. And out of that book, he had a great saying that I use sometimes an affirmation. It is this: my God, what a fantastic time to be alive. Feel that. My God, what a fantastic time to be alive. You know, someone probably looked at those facts who was not positive and optimistic and filled with looking at the possibility of something, and they were more of a pessimistic point of view. It would have totally have changed the direction of the book. The truth is, it seems like John Nesbitt was saying yes to the yes of a wonderful world, of the possibility. It seemed like his yes was something really opening us up to a future possibility. Now, yes, I would call it the most affirmative word that we can have. It is, I would say, the most affirmative word in the English language. So, what I want to assert also is our yes is a determining factor on how we view and how we perceive life in this moment, but also in the future. Think about this. Say yes to the yes in this moment. What is that? Well, the yes that I'm talking about is not a decision, it's a choice. And I would like to make a distinction between that, because they appear to be the same and we use them the same an awful lot. But just for this conversation, I'm going to say that a decision comes from an intellectual inquiry. When we decide something, excuse me, we take a look, I would say, at the pros and the cons to make a determination. And from that, we will determine whether or not we will say yes or no. Yes does not, I would say, it comes from a conclusion based on a consideration. That's more accurate. Now, the yes that I'm talking about, I like for it to come from a choice. And that is to choose based upon a heart's desire. And the decision, I'm saying, is more of a head alternative view of looking at something. And choosing comes from a heart. We're doing the same thing, but it's coming from a different place. So yes comes from love. That's bottom line is what I'm saying here. So what we're doing is when we say yes to the yes, we're saying yes with our hearts to love, to beauty, to abundance, to health, to peace, to wholeness, and much more. We're saying yes to all of what I would call the infinite presence of God in the universe. So yes with our heart is saying yes to the beauty and the wonder of the universe. Also, it's another aspect of this yes. The yes is to our higher self, our individualized expression of ourself. It is saying yes to that, yes to our oneness with all life, and that now is informing us, this higher aspect of us. So when we say yes, this puts us in alignment with the congruence of the potency of love within us, but also outside of us. So when we say yes to the yes, we are affirming that we are in seamless connection with the heart of the universe. Now, we've said that affirmation before, and I kind of like it, but I haven't used it in this context before. And I like for you just to feel into that. When we say yes to the yes, we are in that moment in seamless connection with the heart of the universe. I stand corrected. We're always in seamless connection. This time, we're becoming aware of it. So saying yes to the yes, I would say one of the byproducts of it, it gives us vision. This vision, I would say, starts off with insight, and it comes because we're able to have an aha moment. Also, this vision projects us out into the future, and we call that foresight. And as we do this, it really takes on this yes to the yes, a whole new way of seeing. Walt Disney said yes to the yes, and on October the 1st, 1971, Disney World opened. It was the grand opening. However, Walt had been dead for about 5 years now, and as they were having this dedication ceremony, someone turned to Mrs. Walt Disney and said, "It's a shame that Walt did not live to see this." She said, "He did see it. That's the reason why it is here." So when you say yes to the yes, you see things, but also you help manifest things. And so I want to reiterate, saying yes to the yes gives us vision. And the vision is, one, sight. We can get a chance to see with new awareness in the present moment. Insight, we get a chance to have a new awareness, new ideas on the inside. And then it is foresight, awareness, ability to see into the future, but also to take action on, to be in alignment with that. Now remember, saying yes to the yes is saying yes to love. That's really, really important, because it doesn't mean a thing unless we are in I would say, the awareness and the presence and the surrendering to love. The love that I'm talking about has no boundaries and have any limits. This love, in fact, is unlimited. It's unlimited by time. It's unlimited by space. It's unlimited in dimensions. It has no limits at all, because love is all there is, period. So saying yes to the yes means that we're open to the potency and the force of love of the universe that is wanting to come into the world, and we are being orchestrated by it to do it. That's what saying yes to the yes means. Now, this is such a great positive way forward, saying yes to the yes. The only thing is, we just got to be awake. And the hip-hop term is saying we need to be woke. Means we need to be aware of what's really going on, to be woke. Donald Glover, who is, I think his AKA Childish Gambino, in one of his songs, he said, "Stay woke." I love it. Stay woke. And in the hip-hop community, Brad Pitt is considered one of the wokest people in Hollywood, because he has a production company, Plan B, that really creates space for people of color and for women to get a chance to express themselves. That is what it is to be awoke. But however, in the hip-hop community, guys, they're going back and forth with it now, and they're at each other's throat. And so the term woke is a joke. And just tossed it out. It becomes fighting words. But I'm taking it back because I like it. And it's not fighting words. But this is what I mean by woke, or what I would call the wokeness of it all. And that is to see God and love. See it everywhere and in everything. Now that's being woke. So I'm inviting us to see God, see the infinite presence everywhere, and especially inside of us. And when we sing yes to the yes, we are being awakened to that. And the affirmation that goes along with this when we are awake or woke is, I am in God. God is in me, as me. Now, you are enough, and I'm enough right where we are, and we are in a perfect place to be. This is the time for us, and our greatest work is yet to be. I affirm and declare that this is a fantastic time to be alive. Everything is set up for us to allow our heart to sing its song. So let's just say yes to the yes. Yes to this unconditional love for ourselves and for all beings and for all existence. And let's become more, I would say, not only tolerant, but let's generous and collaborative and cooperative and to everybody. But also let's remember to be generous to ourselves. That's saying yes to the yes. Yes to the yes is a mystery. And it's the unknown. So when we're saying yes to, we don't know exactly what it is, but we just know it's going to be good. And it should remain a mystery. You know, when you can kill a relationship with your best friend and whatnot, as soon as you start to think of them and put them in some type of conceptual box or label, you take the life out of it. It is not the same anymore. And it becomes sort of dead. What we want to do is keep it alive, and that mystery in it will keep it alive. And so when we think of yes, we're not imprisoning this yes to be a certain kind of way. We're setting it free. And what we're saying is this unlimited yes. Magic is in that. Something happens. So say yes to the open-heartedness, the mystery of something good happening. So yes to the yes. Yes, yes, yes. It means being woke. Woke to a new level of awareness of being the miracle that you and I already are. That's what it is. That's what it is. So in conclusion here, I am just letting you know. Say yes to the yes. Create a miracle in your life. Look forward to something positive because now you're in one with the one. You're in harmony. You're in sync with the divine flow. And when you say yes to the yes, it means that we're just going to be orchestrated by the divine. Let's surrender into it and let's create heaven on earth right now. Thank you.